right, we've got a thumbnail now.
I have two others.
Hello, welcome to the Hard Reset. What just happened?
All right, so here's my special guest. And
Hi, I'm Justice. I'm going to tell a few fun stories and answer some questions about the lovely place I work.
so where do you work at?
I work at a car dealership. I'm not going to specify what brand, what make we sell, but we do deal with high-end vehicles, luxury cars. What we do?
Oh, so like Cadillac and stuff?
Better.
Ooh,
Much better.
better than Cadillac.
Yes.
Is Cadillac considered luxury? Are they really?
I think it's borderline. I'd say economy / luxury. It's an economy car with luxury like materials, I guess. That's what I would say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So borderline. Any clues as to what type of car? Anything?
I would say anything really fast, anything really expensive. The most expensive car we have right now is in the $500,000 range. So,
Oh my! I'm gonna guess
all right.
Lamborghini.
Nope.
Darn it.
Keep guessing.
McLaren.
Nope. We do a few of those though.
Ooh, you have some McLarens,
We do.
like sevens,
We got
sixes.
two 720Ss. Yeah, that's all we got. We just have two of them right now.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Porsche.
Nope.
Is it Porsche?
Porsche.
Okay. All
You
right.
gotta think
So
more expensive than that.
more expensive than. Ooh,
More exclusive.
wait. What just happened to my screen? Oh, that was weird.
Did you break it?
I broke something. That's
Okay.
usually how these things go.
I've
But-
noticed. I've watched a lot of these.
I think we're back. Well, usually the accidents that happen during these is alcohol related.
Yeah.
And there's really not much alcohol going on except for our other guest that's going to be on later. He just doesn't know it yet.
Oh, perfect. He's really good in front of the camera, so I think it's going to go really well.
Awesome.
He's a real natural talent.
All right. So high-end luxury cars. What is I'm going to say, what is your favorite part about being in the high-end luxury car business?
I think my favorite part would be getting the opportunity to do things that a lot of other people don't, or something they kind of dream of doing. I mean, if you name a car, I've probably driven it one or two times, maybe more than that. Kind of just the experience of doing something exclusive that people don't have access to.
Well, that's kind of cool. So, like, I mean, obviously, and that's why I said Lamborghini earlier, because
Yeah.
like when I was a kid, the cool thing was you had like the Lamborghini. I hate to say this and date myself, but the Countach poster on your wall. And it's like, man, when I get old enough, I'm going to have me 4 of those and move to Miami and be a cop. But I mean, of course, nobody's doing that. I mean, why would you? But no, I mean, that'd be really awesome to get to drive some of, I don't know if they're your dream cars per se, but somebody's dream car.
I mean, working here, I don't really have a dream car anymore because I've got to experience every car I've thought was my dream car. And then I noticed what I don't like about it. And I'm like, oh, this one's off the list. So,
Oh, right.
yeah, unfortunately. But, we have sold a Countach. So
Oh, gosh.
I mean- we've sold one.
Really?
Yeah.
That's just, any details on that Countach, like year or any ideas?
It was before I worked there. So I don't know what year. I just know it was bright yellow, black and red interior.
Ooh,
And that's all the details I've got about it.
okay.
Yeah, I don't know anything else. I know it was kind of a rough deal, but the car sold.
Hey, as long as it's sold, and I mean, somebody's probably like, again, somebody my age got to buy their
Yes.
poster car dream car. So
Mm-hmm.
that's pretty cool. So what are some of the other like cool perks of the job? I mean, obviously you get to drive some really nice high-end cars, and I assume you probably also, I know you probably can't say too much about it, but you get to firsthand information of, hey, what's getting ready to come out, and what's the new hot, latest, greatest, cool thing. So what else would you say as far as being in, I mean, so I assume anybody can probably go, not to bash on Ford, anybody can go work at the Ford dealership and sell some Ford pickup trucks. That's easy to do.
Yes.
But how do you go about selling a $500,000 car?
They honestly sell themselves. Typically, these customers are going to come in and know exactly what they want, exactly what colors they like, what features they want on the car.
Right.
So, I mean, it's the actual selling part of it. You don't really have to convince them to like the car. They already like it when they get there. So it's really just helping them through the experience, kind of catering to their needs, making sure everything goes smoothly. But another thing I'd say is a big perk of working there that a lot of people may not realize is when somebody comes in with like their little kid, like they have their son with them that's like 6-7 years old and he's super into cars. We have the opportunity to actually maybe start a car, have them sit in it. They can take photos. We have people come in for their birthday just to kind of explore, walk around. So it's fun to show them the vehicles. I mean, it's the same things they have little like Matchbox cars of, and they can see it in person. So,
oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite parts.
That'd be cool. Yeah, so kind of like the little experience. We're like, yeah, one time when I was 6, I got to go sit inside of this, I don't know, McLaren or something.
Yeah, it's like something they'll remember forever, and it's a meaningful thing for some people. So that part's really fun.
I mean, how would a sale for one of these cars not go through? I mean, how does that look? Have you experienced that yet? Have you seen it?
I've experienced that many times. So I would say the main thing that happens, we don't negotiate pricing where I work, and a lot of car dealerships still do, and traditionally they used to in the past. So a lot of people will come in, they'll want $5,000-$6,000 off a car with a price tag in that $100,000-$200,000 range. It's just not something we can do. We hold really low margins on everything, so once they start negotiating, that's kind of when you know that deal's going to die. So that's the main thing. Maybe they found one closer to home. We have a lot of out-of-state clients. If they test drive something locally, they're not going to wait for us to ship the car to them. So those are the two main reasons the deals fall apart. Unless they just find something they absolutely hate about the car. They maybe didn't see the color correctly online. They get there and they're like, this is too blue. And then they walk away. So
it's the wrong color blue.
Yeah, the wrong color blue. If we have something wrong in the description, the color's listed incorrectly, they come in to buy it and they check that and they're like, oh, nope, they just leave.
Right. Yeah. So I understand there's probably, my numbers could be off a little bit, but I think there's at least over 2,500 of these dealerships in the U.S. alone. Is that correct? Or wait, is that the number of cars they sell a year? I don't remember now I think about it. But would it be possible if it's the wrong color blue to have maybe another dealership swap you vehicles? Is that the thing?
It used to be. So brand to brand, we can, because we do sell a single brand where I work. Again, not going to name what it is, but if I were to call, for instance, a Ford dealership and try to get a truck from them for a customer, they're going to refuse it. Dealer to dealer trades, swaps, they just don't happen anymore with the way the market is.
Why is that, do you suppose, or can you say?
Yeah, it's just the availability of cars is so low right now. When you have inventory,
you're just going to hold on to it until you
you're going to want to hold as long as you can, even if you may lose a little bit of money on it. It's just more beneficial for us. So,
and I don't see how anybody right now is losing money selling cars. I mean, I've seen with what I do on a daily basis as far as trading securities and stuff, I do follow the car market pretty closely. And I've seen some vehicles actually jump up in price of almost 30% here in the last few years, which is that is insane. So, I mean, I know the depreciation factor, like on a Mercedes S-Class, pulling that off the lot, you might as well go ahead and just flush a good $80,000 down the drain right out of the gate. Is that still a thing, or is that maybe gotten less now?
It's becoming more irrelevant. For instance, if you were to try to get a 2022 Mercedes S-Class 2021, right now they're going $15,000-$20,000 over sticker, even if they're used. So
Ouch.
Mercedes, who typically have a horrible depreciation curve.
That's why I like to buy them, because it's the only way I can afford them.
Me too. I totally understand. I'm in the same boat. But yeah, the issue is it's similar to what you do on a daily basis. You know, things fluctuate, they go up and down. For instance, with a Tesla, if Elon Musk tweets something, it can change the value of the car that you may have had on your lot for 30, 60 days.
Right.
And you could go from losing $4,000 on it to losing 15 in one day. So it gets a little crazy, but depending on what's trending and what news comes out about status of parts, status of like microchips, things that we've had shortages of, it can make that value that you may have bought the car at just way under what it's actually worth.
Right. That's understandable. What about trade-ins? Because I know it used to be with trade-ins. And again, I know there's probably a lot that you can or cannot say. So it's always fine to ignore some questions or tell me to shut up. But so I know like trade-ins in the past, like obviously you don't want to just go on the lot and say, I want to trade this in. What will you give me? Because they're not going to give you anything for it. I mean, at best, I assume whatever they possibly get from auction might be what they're going to give you if you're lucky. Mm-hmm. But so how does that work if somebody comes in like, hey, I want to trade my 12-year-old car in on this, $500,000 vehicle? How does that pan out? How does that work out?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, we will talk to them with no judgment. I mean, you never know the situation. It could just be something that's been sitting in their garage for a few years. They need to get rid of it. The way that I do trade-ins personally is I upfront ask what they want what value do you want? What do you want to get out of this car? If they don't answer that question, I'm probably going to give them a slightly lower value than normal. If they give me a number, I will try my absolute best to get to that number. But it's based off of auction metrics. So,
okay. Well, I think a lot of people have this idea in their head that, I looked at Kelley Blue Book and my car is perfect. So I know I can get this for it. Or, my neighbor just sold their Honda Civic for this amount and they got this. So I know I can get that for mine. But I don't think a lot of people understand how auctions work, or the fact that the person paying, $12,000 for a Honda Civic is, I can go to the auction and get that for a couple $1,000s.
And auction prices are super high right now.
Are they?
They have been for the past year and a half. They fluctuate like anything else. But Kelley Blue Book, I mean, they're generalizations. They're not based off of the packages your car has. It's not based off of the cost value options. So a lot of people do try to pull that card, and unfortunately, it's just not something we consider. So it does happen, though.
Man, I had, I was thinking about selling one of my cars. In this place, they will send a little truck and they'll come pick it up and everything. Mm-hmm. And it's all sight unseen. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I know what it's worth to me. And I know, again, packages and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And they shot me back a number that, in all seriousness, would not actually even pay for my license plates for the year. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. Where did you get that number from? I was like, I could sell just the tires off of this and get that much. But
I can almost guess without saying the name of what platform that is. I think I know what one you're talking about already. What a lot of the general public doesn't realize about that is they do wholesale cars as well. It's not like they're going to put that on their platform to sell it. So they will give you painfully low numbers for cars that they're just going to flip.
Oh, yeah. The number they gave me, like I said, it wouldn't even pay for my registration for the year on that vehicle. It's just like, man, that's just... But I feel really bad because I think there may be a lot of people. I mean, obviously, we're in a good spot where we're at right now.
Yeah.
But I know there's people on like the East Coast and West Coast that I think they're in positions where it's like, oh my gosh, I can't make my rent or my house payment
Mhm.
I need to sell my car, and they'll go to a place like that. And I feel like they're probably going to get super hosed. But at the same time, like, well, it's better than nothing. I'll just go ahead and I'll take the hit. But
Yeah. And we see that from time to time, even where I'm at. I mean, it's the value may be a little bit under what they want, but
Mhm.
it's better for them to let go of the car than to have the inconvenience of having it, dealing
Right.
with whatever situation they're in.
yeah, I could see that. Yeah, I thought about getting rid of one of the Rovers once, which again, you go to Kelly Blue Book and they're like, it's worth $2. But then you'd like try to find this particular one online, and there's like only 3 of them for sale in the whole entire country.
Of course.
And they're like, they want, close to $100,000 for one. It's like, well, maybe I'll just hold on to it for a minute. I'll let it rust some more. The more rust, the better.
Oh no.
Alrighty. So, man, I think that's really about all I have as far as questions go for where you're working at currently.
Mhm.
And if there's any more that you can share about it, that'd be awesome. But like I said, I understand there's probably a lot you can and cannot say.
Yes, of course. I do have to keep a lot of things pretty private, just with the nature of business we do, what we work with. But overall, yeah, that's all I got.
Alrighty. Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.